deals with adversity differently. Now with social media, I can't imagine if social media was back when I played and how players would have handled it then, when you're on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, all this other stuff, and you're hearing it, and they're reading things about themselves, about what fans are saying, and it's probably tough to get off of. When I came to New York, they said, hey, don't listen to the sports radio stations, don't read the papers, and you'll be fine. And I didn't. I mean, I said, hey, I'm not going to be perfect.
High hop, fielded nicely at second by Polanco. Back-to-back ground outs, 4-3, 2 away.
But now they have, team sports psychologists on every team, so these guys can go talk to them and try to figure out a way that they can handle pressure, that they can get through a game or handle adversity if they have a bad at-bat or a bad outing. We never had that back then. Well, it was kind of frowned upon in some ways, and you almost, I bet you probably would have benefited a lot of players out.
Hicks lays down a bunt. Vasquez makes the play to retire Hicks. And Gray has faced the minimum of 9 through 3.
When I started my new kombucha business, I thought there would be a lot more kombucha and a lot less business.
As a new small business owner, I've learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually a stressed boss.
I know everything about my new furniture business. Well, everything except the whole business part.
Not anymore. With QuickBooks, you can confidently manage your business. New business, no problem. Yeah, success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
Get out your seats!
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2022 Sierra light-duty crew cab models.
Buffalo Wild Wings has deals on deals on deals. Like buy one, get one half off Wing Tuesdays, buy one, get one free boneless Thursdays, and wing bundles from $9.99. Order now at BuffaloWildWings.com.
Cadillac dealer today.
Today's injury report is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Lou Trevino currently on the 15-day IL with a right elbow strain, and it did not get better. Suffered a setback during his rehab in Tampa, sent to New York for further tests. Justin, a little more color today on the injury to Lou Trevino from Aaron Boone.
Yeah, we've yet to see Lou Trevino on the mound, and again, went on the IL during spring training, suffered that elbow sprain. He was making progress, but again, feeling something. Boone wasn't describing the sensation that Trevino was feeling in the elbow, but the problem was persisting following the throwing session. He said Trevino didn't feel it during the session, it was after. And again, the plan for Trevino is to head back to New York to visit team doctors on Wednesday.
We know the Yankees are down quite a few pieces. Justin, any other injury updates today of significance?
Yeah, more bullpen-related injury news. Jonathan Loizaga played catch today. That's the second time for him in the last 4 days as he continues to build up his stamina while he recovers from right elbow inflammation. Tommy Kahnle made the trip with the Yankees, his first road trip, as he continues to make his way back from biceps tendonitis. They're going to try and get Kahnle on the mound and throw from a bullpen mound while the team is in Texas later this week. Harrison Bader is continuing his rehab assignment from that oblique injury. He played 2 games for AA Somerset. Today's a league-wide off day around minor league baseball, and Bader will head to AAA Scranton next. Aaron Boone said that Bader needs to play back-to-back full 9-inning games and get at-bats before rejoining the Yankees in the next couple of weeks. And Luis Severino, a starter that the Yankees are hoping that they could see back soon. He threw again today as he makes his way back from a right lat strain. He threw 2 ups, so essentially 2 simulated innings where he goes and pitches, then sits down, gets back on the mound. He's scheduled for another one on Friday where he'll throw more pitches, and then hopefully he can fall into a 5-day routine.
Good stuff, Justin. Yankees tracking plenty of significant pieces making their way back from injury. Of course, an opportunity has been created for this young man as a result. Brito.
Well, it's pretty remarkable. You know, I knew the Twins starting staff is one of the best in baseball. They're actually second in baseball, right behind the Rays. And what's pretty remarkable as far as starters, and that's what I was talking about, the Minnesota starters. That was a great pitch right there. Ooh.
Vasquez works the walk. Second walk issued by Brito.
And just to go off of that at bat, you know, Johnny he's got to remember he's got a good fastball right there. He only mixed in like 3 or 4 to Vasquez. There's a lot of changeups, a lot of sliders. Command the fastball on both sides. And then you'll be able to cut that pitch count down. And then you'll eliminate some of those walks. But with the starting staff, I mean, no Rondon, no Severino. You're 6th in baseball in your starters.
Need a little more of this from the offense as Taylor had a strong series against the Yankees back in the Bronx 10 days ago. And looking for a new piece of lumber there.
One way to slow the game down.
Yeah. Now he's got options.
We talked about offensively, 1 stolen base. They're about the bottom third in a lot of the offensive categories. The Twins are. Homers, they're, I think, 6th in the American League. Right now, they're riding their starting staff. Bullpen, a little over a 4 ERA. That'll change, I think, when the weather starts warming up. Some of these hitters will start heating up. I think the same way with the Yankees. Once you start getting some consistent warm weather, these young kids, they'll start heating up as well. But you have to figure out, if you're the Twins, a different way to try to manufacture runs here early in April.
1-1 on Taylor, who had a 444-foot home run here yesterday. Four home runs in the early going for Michael A. Taylor, showing bunt here and bunts it foul. Now 1-2.
We had LeMahieu back at third base. Taylor runs well. Vasquez over at first doesn't. You see where LeMahieu plays. Now with 2 strikes, he'll go back even further.
53 pitches for Brito, 34 for strikes. Yankees in a stretch where they're playing 16 games in 16 days. The 1-2. Down and away with that curve, and it's 2-2.
And there's an opportunity to set that pitch up. And now that you don't have the overshifts, you're going to have to, in my opinion, have to throw inside a little bit more to be able to open up that outside part of the plate, maybe get some swings and misses on the outside part of the plate. Twins are doing a great job of fighting off a lot of pitches. You see Brito's 55 pitches. To eliminate that, you got to pitch inside. You got to be able to come inside. You got to make these guys feel uncomfortable. Then you can go back away, and you will not get a lot of these pitches fouled off that you're expecting to get swings and misses on.
The 2-2. Spoiled again. You're right, Jeff. We have seen several at-bats over the last 2 innings where Brito's getting to 2 strikes, and the Twins are fouling off pitch after pitch, really making Brito work here.
You're having a hard time finishing off hitters. And that's because you got to be able to show these guys inside. And it opens up. If you say, okay, I want to get this person out, Taylor out away, I got to come in to get him out away, to open up that outside part of the plate. So I can throw my slider, maybe that change up on the outside part of the plate.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Vasquez walked to lead off the third. And a check on Vasquez.
Because for a hitter, this is exactly what you want. You want a deep you want to see as many pitches as you can. You just mentioned 8 pitches, and you're going to wind up seeing sometimes a mistake. A pitcher will make a mistake on you.
Grounded up the middle and into center field, a base hit. First hit of the game for Minnesota, and they are in business. First and second, nobody out, and the top of the order coming up.
Well, there's that mistake. You look where Trevino is setting up on the inside part of the plate. Where was it? On the outer half and up. And because he's seen so many, Taylor from Brito, you're going to wind up seeing a mistake from a young pitcher by any pitcher. And that's what he saw, a little fastball out over that was supposed to be located inside.
So sticky situation here for Brito. First and second, nobody out. Kepler up, Correa on deck, then Polanco to follow. Kepler grounds one into right field, a base hit. Cordero charges, Vasquez holds, and the bases are loaded with nobody out, and Correa coming up.
Yeah, no sense sending Vasquez there if you're the Twins. He doesn't run real well anyway, and this is a breaking ball. You see Trevino again setting up on the outside part of the plate, and it's right down the middle. Little base hit. Last year that might have been an out because that overshift, but with nobody out, you can't risk a play at the plate.
So a meeting at the mound with Matt Blake, with Brito facing bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. First real threat from either team. Yankees have had an infield single, and that's it through the first 3 innings, and Torres was quickly retired after that on a double play off the bat of DJ LeMahieu. Twins, a walk and 2 singles in this third. And now Correa coming up.
Well, I'd like to see a breaking pitch on the first pitch here to Correa. I bet you 95% of the time when a pitching coach goes out and makes a visit to a pitcher, that next pitch is a fastball. Because all they're saying, fastball down on the way, let's get a ground ball, maybe double play. We'll give up that run, but let's get a double play. I would like to see an off-speed pitch.
Through a changeup, and it's fouled back. Got it inside on Correa.
And that's what Correa was looking for. He was looking for that first pitch heater.
Take a look at the highest slugging percentage against the Yankees since 1990, and Carlos Correa is in fantastic company. A-Rod, Manny, Albert Bell, Jose Ramirez. Strike 2, 96 on the inside corner. As you've been asking Brito to do, able to paint it there.
Now you can do anything. You could actually come back even further if you would like, or you could throw and expand the zone like Trevino to get outside, get way off the plate if you're going to expand the zone away.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, got him down with a curve. Pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, this is outstanding. I mentioned the mound visit. First pitch, change up, and then how about that 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside? That opens up the outside part of the plate with that slider. That's what we're talking about.
So a huge strikeout from Brito, and now faces Jorge Polanco. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Polanco holds up. Ball 1. Polanco was dealing with knee tendonitis, just came back, and did not swing there.
I would say swung.
Yeah, according to Roberto Ortiz. Did according to others. 2-0 now.
Well, he's got a really good moving fastball and goes away to a lefty. Throw a heater away here, you might get Polanco to roll over on it.
Took a big cut on a changeup, dug down into the dirt, and it's 2-1.
Really nice pitch. You see Polanco out on his front foot, expecting a fastball, got a changeup.
Two-1, and it's 2-2 on Polanco.
Not so sure about that one. That was a breaking ball. The breaking balls that Brito has thrown in this inning have been up. Hasn't been sharp, except that one to Correa. But the two lefties in Kepler, the base hit, and then that one was up in the zone.
Big pitch here from Brito. Bases loaded, 1 out, no score, bottom of the third. First game of a 3-game set. Here's a 2-2 to Polanco. This down and away with a changeup, and the count is now full on Jorge Polanco. Byron Buxton on deck. Polanco grounded out to second his first time up. Volpe, the shortstop, pinched up the middle. LeMahieu plays off third. The 3-2. One out liner into right field, a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the second runner. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Jorge Polanco. Max Kepler chased to third, and the Twins take an early 2-0 lead.
Brito threw a 2-2 change. Well, he comes right back 3-2. It wasn't really a bad pitch. It was about 3 inches on the outside part of the plate, and Polanco did a great job of staying back and just punching it into that 3-4 hole for an 2 RBIs with that base hit.
Polanco been a really good hitter for a while, and a nice piece of hitting there to give Minnesota a 2-0 lead. Still work to be done here for Brito with first and third and just 1 out. And strike 1 to Buxton. Brito has had to work hard in the second and third inning. Smooth sailing in a 1-2-3 first. Minnesota has put on long at bats in the second and third. Buxton pops it foul behind the plate, and it's 0-2.
Oh, nice 2 pitches there from Brito. There you see Weissert up in the Yankee bullpen. 2 good fastballs in on the hands of Buxton. You got him aware of the inside pitch. Now you can go away with that slider.
The 0-2. Curveball that time kind of hung up, and Buxton just fouls it back. Still 0-2.
Yeah, this one I'm sure Buxton would love to have back. That was a cement mixer, just went up and spun, yelled, "Hit me."
The 0-2. Changeup is in, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, right there. You know, when you hang a pitch, you know, sometimes you get underneath that breaking ball. You had 2 fastballs inside. You set up the outside part of the plate. That breaking ball was not a good one. You could have gone to that slider down and away instead of come back with something inside.
Buxton spoils another 2-strike pitch. That has been the theme of the last couple of innings for Johnny Brito. Getting to 2-strike counts, but then watching Twins hitters spoil those 2-strike deliveries. 2 runs already in for Minnesota here in the third. Buxton right back to Brito off his glove. Couldn't find it at first. A run will score as Buxton is retired. On to second goes Polanco, and it is a 3-0 Minnesota lead.
Well, I think he trapped this. It hit him in his glove. He almost caught it. I think he squeezed his glove a little early. Watch and see if he squeezed his glove a little early. He almost had this thing. He was protecting himself. He could have easily got a double play if this wasn't dropped. But nice job of gathering himself. And you see where this hits. Right in the glove. He finds the ball. Nice job by doing that and getting it out.
Gonna check on Brito, make sure he's all right. Kepler made a good read there too. Hung up just for a minute when he saw that Brito might catch it, and then did not hesitate with the rest of his journey home, not giving Brito a chance to grab it and have a play at the plate.
Yeah, he was in no man's land. If Brito catches that ball, it's easy. Double play, you just throw it over to third. So, you know, like you said, he just waited once he saw it dropped. He was probably more than 3/4 down that third baseline.
There is a strike to Trevor Larnach. Three runs already in here for Minnesota. Inning started with Brito walking the leadoff batter. Christian Vasquez hitting in the 8-hole. Then Michael A. Taylor a long at bat and a single. Max Kepler a single. A strikeout of Correa, a 2-run single from Polanco, and then that RBI ground out. The line out turned into a 1-3 from Buxton.
Well, here you have to be careful. You have Larnach, the lefty. You have first base open. I know it's early, but you're down 3 runs, and you have the righty Miranda on deck.
And runs have been hard for the Yankees to come by of late. Their last 10 games, they've scored 3 runs or fewer in 8 of them.
This could be Johnny's last hitter anyway if Larnach gets on.
The 2-2. High and in, and Larnach twists out of the way from 94. Count is full.
Well, I know you wanted it up because you wanted to try to get a swing and miss. Ooh. I bet she sniffed that ball. That came that close to his nose. What did that smell like?
That was a good look.
How about a change up, down, and away?
Went with the curve away, missed, and that's going to do it for Brito. Third walk of the game, second of the inning, and Aaron Boone is going to turn to the bullpen early here in game 1 of this 7-game road trip. So a strong first inning, but persistent at bats in the second and third for Minnesota, and a short night for Johnny Brito again against the Twins. Greg Weissert coming in.
What's better?
Has this happened to you? AT&T and Verizon rope you in with phone offers, then bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile. Introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready a year earlier. Right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile and get one of the latest 5G smartphones free. Hello? Yes, I'm free. And so are you. No, I'm not tied up at all. Surely this is too many rope jokes.
Break free with Go 5G Plus at T-Mobile.
Yo, Nadia, you remember what happened?
I just woke up there. I didn't kill him. I remember everything.
When I started my new kombucha business, I thought there would be a lot more kombucha and a lot less business.
As a new small business owner, I've learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually a stressed boss.
I know everything about my new furniture business. Well, everything except the whole business part.
Not anymore. With QuickBooks, you can confidently manage your business. New business, no problem. Yeah. Success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 mass market brand and dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
One day, you might realize it's time to switch things up.
Thank you.
When your sisters come to town and you say,
It's on me.
crushed it, little bro. When your friends come over to watch the game. No, when you go to the game. Total power move. When you realize your vacation days won't use themselves and it's time for an out of office. Way out. When you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you'll make it happen. It's when.
Ram owners have heart. That's why it's time for you to be a Ram.
In the air to shallow center. Hicks jogs in and ends the inning. Weissert does his job. We go to the fourth after Minnesota gets 3 in the third off of Brito.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. This Truck Month, get the Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 48 months plus $1,000 bonus cash.
We're good?
Yep.
You acted very out of character today.
Don't worry about me. When I started my new kombucha business, I thought there would be a lot more kombucha and a lot less business.
As a new small business owner, I've learned that trying to be the cool boss is a lot harder when you're actually a stressed boss.
I know everything about my new furniture business. Well, everything except the whole business part.
Not anymore. With QuickBooks, you can confidently manage your business. New business, no problem. Yeah. Success starts with Intuit QuickBooks.
We gonna see what's up.
All right, Jeff, you know what that music means. Trivia time. In the 1980s, 5 players had 200 or more hits in at least 3 seasons. Who are they? Cadillac scoreboard. Twins 3, Yankees nothing. Top of the 4th, top of the order coming up for the Yankees. Might there be some Twins in there?
In the 80s.
In the 80s. Volpe grounds it hard to short. Beautiful play by Correa and the zing across to cut down Volpe for the first down of the 4th.
Well, really nice play, and Correa has a great arm at short, and good jump on the ball to his left. Good throw across the diamond.
Judge, big wave and a miss. Judge had a tough homestand. Just 5 for 34, 14 strikeouts in the homestand. Aaron Boone talked about just some subtle things being slightly off, but feeling like he was getting close. Hit quite a few balls hard over the final 2 games of the homestand with no results. As he drives that in the air to right field, deep down the line, that ball is foul.
And it'll come. You know, when the weather warms up, he's going to warm up. I mean, just look at the back of the baseball card. This guy's been as consistent as it gets in baseball.
Yeah, no one's worried about whether or not the regression to the mean happens when it comes to the numbers of Aaron Judge.
And you want everybody, they say, oh, is it because of Stanton's out and, you know, seeing less pitches? Listen, Anthony Rizzo is having a terrific start to the season.
Also, last year, I mean, we watched Aaron Judge put up a ridiculous string of production when he was maybe the only reliable hitter in the lineup when the Yankees were decimated by injuries in the late summer. 3-2 on Judge.
And I think this is a good testament to Anthony Rizzo, because still I think pitchers would rather face him than Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
You know, even though Aaron Judge is struggling a little bit right now, they're like, oh, I'm not going to give him anything to hit.
3-2. Judge lifts that in the air to right field and deep. Kepler back on the track, looking up, and it is off the overhang. That will be a double for Aaron Judge.
Well, just like we talked about, fastball on the outside part wasn't down, it was up. And probably because of the cold weather, that didn't get out. It just hits off that little cement facade there, where those plants are. That would have been the first home run that Sonny Gray would have given up. He hasn't given up one yet this year.
If that hits plant, it's a home run. If it hits tan cement, in play. And so a double for Judge.
I think Aaron's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Judge getting a DH day today. We heard Justin Shackle on the pregame with Bob Lorenz talking about how Judge could get another, not half off day, but full off day at some point during this stretch of 16 games in 16 days, perhaps on this road trip. Rizzo fists it to second. Judge on to third, 2 away.
That was that cutter by Gray. He's done a nice job of mixing it up in and out. And to lefties, he'll throw that cutter. And when you want to throw it, is right there in on the hands. It looks like a fastball. Cuts just about 3 or 4 inches. And that can't feel good either in this cold weather.
Gray's needed just 45 pitches thus far. Torres takes high, 1-0. Torres had an infield single. That is the other Yankee hit along with the Judge double. Torres chases way out of the zone on 1-0, and it's 1-1.
When Sonny Gray's throwing that slider, the cutter, the breaking ball, showing the fastball, you become a guess hitter. You know, like, okay, I'm just going to guess at a spot and try to swing. And you look at that swing by Torres, probably guessed for something inside, and he got a slider away.
And that time, a little wave on a cutter. It's 1-2.
I don't know if he called that or he called the swing. I mean, that was outside if he was calling that on the pitch.
Same, Jeff, as Glaber's going to call time here. Not sure if that was on the pitch, which it shouldn't have been, or if it was on the swing, which maybe it should have been.
A lot of times they'll point at the bat and then, you know, call a strike, but that was way off the plate if that was on the pitch.
1-2 on Glaber. Judge at third, 2 out. Torres takes that time as Gray went even further outside. Yankees trying to deny Sonny Gray the shutdown inning after Minnesota scored 3 in the bottom of the third. And Torres overmatched, chasing way out of the zone as Gray works out of trouble.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Research shows people remember heartwarming ads. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a touching moment.
I want to give you something very special that I wore on my wedding day.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I love you, Mom. I love you, too.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Get out your seats!
Cadillac scoreboard, Twins 3, Yankees nothing. Bottom of the fourth inning. Ryan Rucco, Jeff Nelson, Justin Shackle with you. Our entire Yes Network crew. Appreciate you hanging out with us. First game of a 3-game set in Minnesota. We'll do it again tomorrow night, and then Wednesday an afternoon game before the Yankees head on the road to Texas for 4. Joey Gallo, second at bat against the Yankees, flew out his first time up, and Gallo powers that high, deep, and long gone. That one had to feel good for Joey Gallo.
Weissert missed with a backdoor slider to get ahead 0-1, and he had to come in with a fastball that Gallo just crushed to right center field.
Sixth home run of the season for Gallo, who missed time. He has gotten off to a great start in Minnesota. Well, I think that fan just expressed a sentiment that many Yankees fans were probably feeling on that swing.
Not everybody could play in New York, and he was one of them, and he was the first one to admit it, so you got to like that. I mean, a lot of times players will make up some excuses that why they haven't performed in a certain city, but he wasn't one of them.
432 feet for Joey Gallo, his longest home run of the season. Humpback liner right to second. Torres makes the play. One down.
Well, here's that fastball. You see Trevino trying to set up on the outside part of the play that leaks out over the middle and down. And that was a no-doubter.
It was really interesting at the end of last season how brutally honest Joey Gallo was about his struggles in New York. Did an interview, a long interview with Lindsay Adler of The Athletic at the time, and it was about as vulnerable as we've ever seen a struggling major leaguer talking about their experience. He talked about how every time I see a Yankees hat, every time I see a Yankees jersey, it's something I'm going to have to understand. I didn't play well as a Yankee. I wish I had. Talked about it was tough for him to go out and walk around the city, and really made you feel for the human Joey Gallo as he went through the immense struggles on the field.
Weisser's going to be asked to eat up some innings here. You mentioned those 16 games in a row. Short outing by Brito.
Weissert walks the number 9 hitter Michael A. Taylor, who's on for the second time in 2 plate appearances. Turns it over to the top for Max Kepler. Singled and scored in the 3rd.
Do you want to guess who has the only stolen base for the Twins?
Michael A. Taylor.
Very good. Tell them what you win, Johnny.
Oh, speaking of, we still have a trivia answer coming. Have you been mulling some names with that?
I might only think of one.
Okay, I have one. Shaq, you got any? Oh, Justin thinks he has 4.
Topper.
There's the sweeper. Gets the call off the outside corner for a strike. The Yankees have some history on the line in this series. They have won 15 straight season series against the Twins. And after splitting those 4 games in New York, whoever wins this series of 3 in Minnesota will win the season series.
And Taylor can get a bigger lead the way that Weissert sets up. You see how closed off he is. It's going to take him a little bit.
Yeah, he got
over
a
there.
huge jump there. Steals second easily as that pitch gets away from Trevino, but regardless, he was going to be safe by a mile.
Yeah, huge jump. You can see the jump right here. And what I was explaining is Weissert sets up. He's really closed off with that left foot. You see there. So if he goes to throw over, it's going to take him a little bit longer to try to pick somebody off. So that'll give a base stealer a little bit better chance to get a bigger lead. One of the reasons why Taylor got in there for a stolen base.
So Taylor owns both Minnesota stolen bases this season. Well located cutter there from Weissert, 2-2. Minnesota has a few guys who could run. Buxton, they haven't unleashed, likely because of injury worries. Kepler dealt with a little injury, but he can run. That is ripped into right field, a base hit. Cordero plays it on a hop. Stopping at 3rd is Taylor. And the second hit for Max Kepler. Runners on the corners with 1 out for Minnesota.
That was a breaking ball. You see where this is supposed to be on the outside part, and when it leaks out over the plate, it's an easy pitch to hit. Kepler ropes it into right field for a base hit, and no sense of trying to score Taylor. But you mentioned there are a few Twins that can run, but that exact reason they don't want him to run because of injury. They feel like, oh, you know what, I don't want Kepler. I need him in the lineup, or they need him in the lineup. They don't want him to run, risk injury. Same with Buxton. Even Correa could run. He could steal a base, but they don't risk it.
Correa takes ball 1. 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out to 3rd. A strikeout with bases loaded in the 3rd.
You can see the break that Weissert gets on his sweeper. And because it breaks so much, you have to stay closed. That front shoulder has to stay closed a little longer, and he's opening up. Once you start opening up your front shoulder, you're going to see that big break and that pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Might that be something Trevino reminds him of right here?
It could. He starts closed off with that, the way he comes set with that left foot pointed way over to the 3rd base side. And once he goes to throw, he gets really quick before he releases the ball, and then that front shoulder opens up. It's like you want to aim almost behind, because he has such big break. You want to aim behind Correa and keep that shoulder closed, and then you'll be able to throw it for a strike or hit that outside part of the plate.
2-0 on Correa. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. 2-0. In there for a strike on that inside corner. 0-1. 2-1.
And right there, you stay closed. I mean, he closed his shoulder and drove it. And that front shoulder is where you drive that front shoulder is where that ball usually is going to go.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back well-located sinkers.
Now you can throw that sweeper on the outside part. Just stay closed because it has such a big break to get a swing.
Threw it, but kept it inside, and it's now full on Correa.
And that's when you just get underneath the ball. Instead of getting on top of that baseball, you get underneath it, and it doesn't do anything.
See if Kepler's on the move from first here. First and third, one out. 3-2 pitch. There goes Kepler. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second in time. A strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the fourth. Beautiful throw from Trevino. Right on the money. And the tag from Torres to cut down Kepler and end the threat.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2022 Sierra light-duty crew cab models.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
This is where you kick back, fire up, and tune out. And this is how you step up, level up, and unplug. This is the Ultima Series, designed for those who love to lawn.
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
Lease a Santa Fe for $249 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months or up to $1,250 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Top of the fifth inning, Twins a 4-0 lead on the Yankees. Audi scoreboard, 2 hits for the Yanks, a double from Judge in the fourth, and an infield single from Torres in the second, and that is it. Yankees will need the bats to awaken to get back in this game, having scored 3 runs or fewer in 8 of the last 10 as LeMahieu takes low, 1-0. The Yankees have talked about the production they're missing. Certainly a huge bat in Giancarlo Stanton. A bat they're hopeful will produce like it did in the playoffs in Harrison Bader. But there's also a lot of hitters who are in this lineup and figure to be a part of this lineup who are going to have to hit, who just haven't thus far early in the season.
No, they haven't. And it's not an excuse. You know, you look at the weather and the elements here in April. You go from 80-plus degrees in spring training, and a lot of these guys getting constant at-bats, whether it's in the minor leagues or at an A game or a B game. And then you work your way up north, and you're hitting a lot of cold spots. Now, everybody has to deal with it around baseball, and it's not an excuse. But
wow, that strike, Jeff, my goodness. And LeMahieu is upset. 3-0 is not remotely close here.
No, that's way off the plate. You can't, and it's not a. You see these umpires now with the 3-0 counts. It's almost okay, get it close, and
it changes the entire at bat. That
exactly.
Is an obvious walk. Look, some pitches are close. That one was not remotely near the zone. LeMahieu says that's okay. I'll single anyway. Rips that to right center field and is on as the leadoff man in the fifth.
Well, exactly. 3-0 counts. If you get it close, isn't an automatic strike. And you see this as a slider. Didn't do anything. Just stayed out over the plate and up. And nice job by LeMahieu. You can easily have that ball 4 affect you.
Right.
As a hitter, and it didn't.
So the Yankees with the leadoff man on for the second time tonight. Torres was as well in the second. LeMahieu has been one of the guys who has hit. And here's Cordero, wave and a miss. 0-1.
Well, you get healthy, you get Stanton back, you get Bader at the top of that lineup or wherever they're going to put him. Keep LeMahieu healthy. I wouldn't worry too much about the Yankee offense, I think, going forward.
1-1 on Cordero. Last 10 games, those are the Yankees' offensive numbers. Just a 199 batting average. Slugging at 343. Big swing and a miss there from Cordero.
Well, we talked about good starting pitching, and you got in a hole early. And when your offense is struggling like the Yankees, it's tough. It's tough to come back. I mean, you have Sonny Gray out on the mounds pitching a really good game so far, and you get behind 4-0. It's almost like you're behind 10-0.
Swing and a miss. Cordero down on strikes. 5th strikeout for Gray.
Well, it's that big breaking ball. Watch it just down and in on a lefty, and Frenchie just swings right over it.
We were talking earlier about Sonny talking about going through his struggles with the Yankees and kind of learning how to get to the other side of that failure, something he didn't learn until he found his footing with Cincinnati. But Sonny has said that he would like to get another chance with a big market team at some point in his career before he's done. Now that he feels like he has gone through the experience, learned some things about how to navigate it. He's a 2-time All-Star who's off to a great start here in Minnesota.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of Zach Greinke in some ways. I mean, you see where Greinke ending up in Kansas City. You go to Houston. Houston is an easier place to play. You know, they're about winning now, but
chop to first, could be 2. Gallo steps on the bag. LeMahieu tagged out in the inning. He is over. So Gray gives up the leadoff single, but nothing more. Gallo turns a nice DP.
Oh, okay. Easy does it.
We switched to Liberty Mutual and saved $652. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. With the money we saved, we thought we'd try electric unicycles. Careful, babe. Saving was definitely easier.
Hey, babe, I think I got it. It's actually...
Okay, show off. Oh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, big man.
Oh, hey.
Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just going to keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
Marie is ready to buy her first home. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
Manja. Check out Home Plate New York, streaming now on the Yes app.
The Audi scoreboard, Minnesota 4, Yankees nothing. Bottom of the 5th, Greg Weisser back to work. Relieved Johnny Brito, who struggled in the 3rd and left with some traffic that Weisser was able to get out of. And then Weisser gave up A solo home run to Gallo in the 4th. Polanco, Buxton, and Larnach. 3, 4, and 5 for Minnesota. You talked about it, Jeff. Weissert is going to be asked to give the Yankees a little length after the brief outing from Brito and the stretch that the Yankees are in the middle of.
Yeah, and it's tough. And you're going to need length out of your starters because of so many games in a row. And April really taxes your bullpen anyway. You see Abreu up in the bullpen, probably will have the next inning, if not at some point maybe in this inning. But because the starters, besides Garrett Cole and even Nestor Cortez left spring training with not a whole lot of pitches. I mean, as far as pitch count being up. Nowadays, you see pitchers, starters are leaving with 80, 75 pitches. They're probably going over some of the things that Brito was doing out there on the mound. Maybe trying to get through. You want to eliminate some of these foul balls, some of these big counts, or a lot of pitches to a hitter. This is some of the things you can do. My opinion, I think if you want someone not to foul so many pitches off, you have to come inside.
Swing and a miss there. Polanco is down on strikes. Got him with a sweeper.
I mean, when there's not an overshift, I mean, this is a really good pitch here. It was supposed to be away because of that big break. See, Trevino has to reach all the way across the plate. Really tough for a lefty to get on top of that ball. But because there's no overshift, last year with analytics, you have that overshift, and sometimes you'll see pitchers, a lot of times you'll see pitchers just constantly keep pitching into that overshift and say, hey, I'm going to throw on the outside part of the plate. All he's going to do is going to get pull happy. He's going to have to hit it to the left side or right side right into the shift. Easy. A lot of times you don't even have to think about it because that's always the plan. That's what they bring up on the analytical part as far as a hitter. But now you have to pitch, I think. When you have the traditional infield, I mean, you might see an occasional the shortstop or second baseman will toe that line right up towards second, and the first baseman or third baseman will move off. But you have to set up pitches now, I think. I mean, you have to come inside. You have to be able to say, I got to get you, if I'm going to get you out of way, I've got to show you something in here to make you feel uncomfortable. Put that little thought process in your head that I might come back in, but I'm going to go away. You'll eliminate some of those foul balls. You'll get more swings and misses.
Roll to third. LeMahieu cuts down Buxton. 2 away. Greg Weissert has already hit the highest pitch total in any appearance of his major league career. Last year, it is 12 outings, threw 29 pitches a couple of times. This season had not thrown 20 in an outing yet, and he is up in the mid-30s. Gets the call on that sweeper. Down and away. It has been a pitcher-friendly strike zone for Rob Drake. Two and one. Cued slowly to the left side. LeMahieu on the bare hand does not have a play. It's going to be an infield single for Larnach.
Looked like an emergency hack on a slider that just hit off the end of the bat. Little chip shot it. Get out your 60 degree right there.
And that's going to do it for Weissert. Gave the Yankees a lot. Trying to fill some of those middle innings. Leaves with one man on. Albert Abreu coming in.
Hey, big man.
Hey.
Dave told me you got some kind of great system for betting that really works.
It's true.
What is it? Is it like home dogs? No. It's bird mascots.
No, I just use FanDuel's responsible gaming tools like time and spending limits to manage my play.
That's the system.
Hasn't failed me yet.
Cool. You know what, man? I'm just gonna keep this between you and me.
It's not a secret, Bob.
Every bettor has a system. Make FanDuel's responsible gaming tools a key part of yours. It's more fun that way.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
I'm getting backyard cookout vibes. Inside? Oh, that's the new DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger. Now you can take the backyard anywhere with honey barbecue sauce and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. You guys are taking this backyard anywhere thing really seriously. Maybe next time you'll take that DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger to, the actual backyard.
We need a hose.
Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Research shows people remember heartwarming ads. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a touching moment.
I want to give you something very special that I wore on my wedding day.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I love you, Mom. I love you, too.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Good morning. I'm Peter Davidson. Not Pete, because before 11 a.m., I like to keep it toned down and simple, just like Taco Bell breakfast, with fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown and a grilled tortilla. Nothing too wild, just like me, Peter Davidson. Isn't that right, co-host Rhonda?
Co-host?
You're on Breakfast with Peter. You're my co-host.
Are we on TV right now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Marie is ready to buy her first home. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage.
Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
That man, what's up? Hey, cash back 1.5% on everything you buy. On everything you sign. Comprende? On part of who? What?
Cash back like a pro with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back?
When he's a bench coach for your rival?
Yeah.
I think he should be a Hall of Famer. Right?
Certainly make a strong case.
We're going to have some interesting ones coming up on the Veterans Committee. Mr. Steinbrenner, I think, should be a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Lou Piniella should be a Hall of Famer. I played for Lou a number of years out in Seattle.
Ball 4, Miranda walked by Abreu, and that'll send up Joey Gallo. Take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum. This was Gallo's last at bat.
Well, it was a fastball. You look at it, 110.6 miles an hour. And
how about that, Jeff? Longer than any home run he hit in his Yankees career.
I think that's why that fan yelled at him. Why didn't you do that in New York?
In his first game against them. Incredible.
That's just when you just laugh. I mean, I guess if you're Joey Gallo and you hear that from a Yankee fan in Minnesota.
So quite a few Yankee beanies out on the street in Minnesota today. Yankees fans are everywhere, and they travel everywhere.
That was the best part about being a Yankee. It never felt like you were in a away stadium. I mean, you had fans everywhere. I mean, we go to some places, we had more Yankee fans than their home fans.
Remember a couple years ago, Didi got a road curtain call in Anaheim? That is next level road fandom.
That is.
When it's loud enough to warrant a curtain call in a road ballpark. Oh, that child has to be freezing. Wrapped up like a burrito in that blanket. And not an ideal start here for Abreu, who walks the first two hitters that he faces.
They're going to go out and try to settle him down, Matt Blake. A little quick. He's rushing a little bit. As far as rush means, he's not staying over the rubber. Try to settle him down. Just say, you know, everybody, the catcher, pitching coach, will wind up yelling from the dugout, stay back, stay back. You know, the greatest thing is when you look at the Yankee fans, I think it's funny when I was a Mariner going to say Boston.
Yeah.
And something would happen in the stands. The famous chant Yankees. Well, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even playing. They're not even playing the Yankees,
right.
but they're just going to. You know what? You stink anyway. Yankees stink.
Taking up real estate in the minds always, even when they're not in the ballpark. There are a lot of Yankees fans braving the cold on this chilly night. It is going to, overnight, get down to 29 degrees here in Minneapolis.
This is where the pitch clock gets a little tough because you're taught as a player to try to slow it down in these situations. Slow the game down. Step off. You know, take a break. Get a deep breath. Gather your thoughts. Now you can't. You have to get right back on that rubber, and you have no time to think and try to slow it down and maybe, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, okay, I gotta stay back over the rubber.
Abreu. With the pitch clock dwindling, ready to go, and nowhere near the zone. He hasn't been on any of these hitters. About to issue, on the brink of issuing a third straight walk and forcing in a run.
Well, that time he got the clock all the way down to 2, and it really didn't even come to a set, and just delivered right away because it wound up being a ball, a violation.
It's a strike there.
And then also sometimes as a young pitcher, you don't let it go. That pitch, he let it go. You saw 96. Sometimes when you're all over the place, you're aiming the ball.
That ball is lined to left field, and Abreu able to get out of it. Cabrera makes the catch. We head to the 6th, 4-0 Minnesota.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done. We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
And Doug.
Hey man, nice base. Clearly you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm getting backyard cookout vibes. Inside? Oh, that's the new DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger. Now you can take the backyard anywhere with honey barbecue sauce and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. You guys are taking this backyard anywhere thing really seriously. Maybe next time you'll take that DQ Backyard Bacon Ranch Signature Stack Burger to, you know, the actual backyard.
We need a hose.
Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. In Atlanta tonight, Brave starter Spencer Strider in a bid for history. No-hitter, 1 out in the 8th, facing Gene Segura, who just reaches down and pokes a single to left to break it up, so Strider falls 5 outs short of history. Atlanta's last no-hitter is still Kent Mercker in 94. Braves up big, 8-0, guys.
All right, Bob, thanks a lot. Taking around the majors, Marcus Semien, 390 batting average over his last 11 games with serious damage. How about the Angels? Back-to-back-to-back home runs in a win yesterday with Ward, Trout, and Ohtani, and Max Muncy. 10 home runs in his last 13 games.
A little over 2 weeks ago, Max Muncy was on the highway, hitting about $1 something, and they were talking about how much he was struggling. I think he had 2 home runs in a game. Next thing you know, he took off. He's in 368.
Amazing. You know, talking about the Braves and how long it's been since they've had a no-hitter, it is incredible when you think about how much great pitching they've had in Atlanta, and their last no-hitter was Kent Mercker back in '94. Think about all the incredible arms they've had there since then, as Trevino nearly took off Gray's head. But positioned perfectly was Polanco, and 1 down here in the 6th.
You know, Glavine, Smoltz, Maddox.
Millwood had a great run there. Max Fried, who's terrific now. Hicks pops it up. Foul. Steve Avery before his injuries. Maybe should we just name Braves pitchers the rest of the broadcast, see how it goes?
How well did that go for them? They didn't win anything.
Well, they had 1. They struggled against your squad, though.
Yeah, just a little. We won 8 in a row against them. John Schmoltz still hates it. He hates the Yankees. Every time he does a broadcast, he hates the Yankees.
No, don't say that about John.
He doesn't like the 96.
What's funny is you sound so much like a fan who's convinced the broadcaster doesn't like his team, Jeff.
No, he's great. But he still doesn't like the Yankees.
Hicks rolls that foul.
Sonny Gray did a little bit of a Nestor Cortez there, a little double pump on the kick. I know he's still not happy. There's Nestor. He'll go tomorrow.
Nestor doesn't look happy.
No.
Is he in a trance?
Maybe Hickey's put him to sleep or something. Do a little hypnosis.
Anthony Volpe on deck. Yeah, still just, you know, a resting Nestor face. 2-2 on Hicks.
He's getting locked in already for tomorrow's start.
He and Cole have had to shoulder the load in the rotation with the injuries to Rodon and Severino. That is tapped slowly to first. Gallo tosses. 2 away. The Audi electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Sonny Gray has been terrific.
He has. Just showing his fastball, and it's just cutter, slider, breaking ball. You see the breaking ball down and in to left-handed hitters. He really doesn't get in a pattern. You really are guessing up there as a hitter. He doesn't come inside very often. He just stays away constantly, whether, especially to righties, you see a lot of pitches on the outside part of the plate. Breaking ball's been nasty, really sharp tonight.
He's been one of the best pitchers in the American League to begin this season. 3rd in ERA behind Ohtani and Cole. 3rd in WAR behind Cole and Ohtani. 12th in strikeout percentage. Tied for 1st with no home runs allowed. 1-1 on Volpe. Anthony Volpe took full ownership of that error yesterday.
Yeah, really tough.
And even when he was asked about whether or not it took a tough hop, he wanted no part of that. He said, I don't think good fielders get bad hops. Talk about a perfect answer.
Yeah, and I bet you Aaron Judge pulled him aside, say, hey, listen, you're going to get these kind of questions, just rub them off. Take it and be there for the media and know that, hey, this stuff's going to happen in baseball. You got to get them tomorrow.
Yeah. Does not seem like he's going to have any issue when it comes to accountability or addressing failure or difficulty.
Which is huge in New York.
Yeah. Three and one on Volpe. And take strike two. Catching the bottom third of the strike zone.
And that's probably going to be the only fastball he sees. He's going to go right back on the outside part of the plate with either a cutter or a slider to Volpe here.
Judge lurking on deck. And there is ball four. So Volpe on base after his 10-game on-base streak was snapped yesterday. He has the Yankees' first walk of the game and sets up an opportunity here for Judge, who doubled his last time up.
Well, I know it's 4-0 and it's in the 6th inning. You wonder, okay, do you shut the running game down? But because the offense for the Yankees has not gone that great over the last week or so, you might want to try to get into scoring position here. Because even if you pitch around Judge, you got that very hot Anthony Rizzo on deck.
And a trip to the mound here as Gray, for the first time tonight, has lost the zone a little bit. 80 pitches for Sonny Gray, who has been in total command.
And I think they're going out to tell Sonny Gray that exact same thing. He says, you know what, I know Volpe is definitely a base stealing threat. You cannot worry about him with 2 outs. You got to worry about Aaron Judge, the hitter. If he steals second, then you let him steal.
Volpe 8 for 8 stolen base opportunities thus far this season.
And this is what's great about having a base stealer, a base stealing threat in Anthony Volpe. And a lot of times Aaron Judge will wind up seeing some good pitches.
Not going. 2-0 now on Judge.
Yeah, Anthony doesn't have a very big lead over a first. Maybe they did tell him to shut it down just a little bit, but I would think you want to try to get into scoring position with 2 outs late in the ball game. You want to try to jumpstart your offense in any way you can. There you see that lead, not very big.
Oh, wow. 2-1.
And you mentioned it earlier, right? I mean, it really throws off the at-bat. I mean, it just changes the at-bat when you're getting pitches on the outside part of the plate that aren't even strikes, even up in the zone.
I mean, there have been some pitches off the outside corner to righties that are not remotely close. Judge fouls that away. 2-2. Judge waves and misses, and Gray comes up with his 6th strikeout. He's thrown 6 scoreless against his former team.
Ronald Acuna Jr., binging all his favorite rom-com movies. How did we get here?
You're all set. Refrigerator is fixed.
That's it?
That's it. All done.
Cool. Ronald Acuna Jr. downloaded the new Front Door app to get real-time help from a video expert for his home repair and maintenance needs.
Woo! Let's go.
So all that's left to do is be done. Introducing Front Door, an all-new home repair and maintenance app. Download today.
Justin Rose is a major champion. Flawless form, elite balance, championship consistency. See his pants? That's fit for a pro.
Take a look at the Twins uniforms throughout the years. Yeah, from 1961 to 1971. You see a little change in 1972. Then you get the script Twins in 73 to 86, 87 to 09. You get the pinstripes, home and road. 2010 to 2014, pinstripes just at home. Then 15 to 22. And then this year, now I love the home whites, crispy. But you always need the TC on the cap. The M on the cap is awful.
I agree. I was waiting for someone to bring that up. What is that?
It looks like the Marlins M. It looks exactly like the Marlins M. And I understand the star is supposed to be the North Star, and that's a thing here, but that is just dreadful.
It's like a college. What do you?
Well, I mean,
University of Minnesota.
And the TC is awesome.
It is.
And you had an M.
Iconic
TC for the Twin Cities. That's rolled slowly to the left side. LeMahieu charges, and not in time. Michael A. Taylor on base for a third time tonight. But yeah, Jeff, it just looks so much like the Marlins M.
Another infield single. You see how it hit off the front of the play with LeMahieu playing back, Taylor running well, and just about a foot in front of the plate. This time of night, that dirt is probably really soft.
Here's Kepler, takes a strike from Abreu.
And I would imagine, I didn't think the Yankees were going to shut down the running game, but only maybe because Judge could hit it out and it's a two-run bomb. But I would expect Taylor to try to get a good jump here and maybe try to swipe another bag.
Had the Twins' second stolen base of the season last time on base. Also his second stolen base. The wind's gusting a little more in the booth now, isn't it? Got a little chillier?
Yeah, I got the heavy coat and the gloves on. I do have a ski cap, but I'm not going to use it yet.
I've been impressed with you wearing gloves and able to write in your scorebook with gloves on.
Yeah, multitask.
Dexterity that we don't often see.
Amphibious.
1-2 on Kepler.
Yeah, it is getting a little chilly.
Yeah.
The real feel's in the 30s now.
I haven't gone to the jacket yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, I'm a little impressed. I don't know why you're doing it, because you're sitting on your hands.
I am sitting on my hands.
You're not giving in.
This is one of those parks that this time of year you think, a roof would have been nice. It's a beautiful park. Another throw over. That was the second throw over, so see how Michael A. Taylor wants to play it now. Disengagement from Abreu, so the next one we'd have to pick him off. Not going, pitch low, 2-2.
And I've seen some teams earlier in the year, after the second engagement, especially with a fast runner, a base stealer at first, they just go and, they think, okay, hey, they're going to take a bigger lead because they know they're probably not going to go over. They just say, I'm going to try to pick him off. If I don't pick him off, he's probably going to wind up stealing second anyway. I might as well take a shot and throw over and see if I can get him out.
Not going again. Kepler right back to the mound. Abreu could turn it into two. Dug up nicely by Volpe, but then the throw high, and I believe it hit. Did it hit something in the dugout? Yeah, it did. So that is going to be a throwing error on Volpe, as Kepler will now head to second.
Real low throw from Abreu. Nice job by Volpe, even picking it out of the dirt. I know he wanted to rush his throw to try to complete that double play. There you see a little low throw. Tried to get a good grip on it. Rushed it just a little. Probably didn't get the grip that he wanted.
It's like a low pass to a three-point shooter, Jeff. It makes it a lot harder to hit the shot.
Yeah, because you rush it and you don't have the right grip on the baseball or the right way you set up to shoot a basketball.
So Volpe gets the error. You could give an assist to Abreu, though, for the low throw. As Correa takes a big hack. And it's fouled straight back. It goes infielder's choice 1-6, and then the E6 allowing Kepler to advance to second. So the second error for Volpe in as many days. That's a tough one, though.
Well, you want to do anything you can to try to keep the Twins from adding on any of these tack-on runs at the end of the game. It's only 4-0, and I would imagine Gray probably has one more inning with 85 pitches. Yeah, 85 pitches.
And as we know, sometimes strange things happen in Minnesota. Swing and a miss from Correa, 1-2. Up behind the play, Trevino finds it in foul territory for the out. 2 away. Correa now 0 for 4.
Really done a nice job with Correa tonight. That was a nice fastball in the inside part of the play. Correa probably looking away for a slider. Got a little heat inside.
Here's Polanco. Skies that down the left field line. Cabrera, a long run. Can't make the play. It drops in fair territory. A run will score, and at second with an RBI double is Polanco.
Cabrera had to run a long way. I think he just lost it. It almost looked like he stuck his glove up in front of his eyes. Watch. See the glove up in front of his eyes, and he might have blocked himself out. That might have been a ball that you really didn't need to dive on. There you see it. You see where the glove is? It's right in front of his eyes.
And he got there. He covered the ground.
I think he got caught in the middle. It was like, do I dive after this, or can I catch it on the run? And I think it was a ball that he probably could have caught on the run.
And Cabrera, remember, is a natural infielder, still learning the nuances of the outfield. He's defended well everywhere he's been put on the diamond for the Yankees, but there's things he's still learning, certainly, and unable to come up with that one in left field.
Oh, he's been terrific wherever the Yankees have put him. You know, he had to run a long way because he was more towards center field, left center field against Polanco.
So 5-0 Minnesota here in the 6th. Yankees have mustered just 3 hits thus far. An infield single from Torres, a double off the overhang and right from Judge, and then a single to right center from LeMahieu. The only other base runner is an Anthony Volpe walk. That is it. Yankees have been struggling offensively, and of course Sonny Gray has been dealing this season. Swing and a miss. Buxton down on strikes, but the Twins push across another run. It's 5-0 going to the 7th.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done. We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
Good morning. I'm Peter Davidson. Not Pete, because before 11 a.m., I like to keep it toned down and simple, just like Taco Bell breakfast. With fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown and a grilled tortilla. Nothing too wild, just like me. Peter Davidson. Isn't that right, co-host Rhonda?
Co-host?
You're on Breakfast with Peter. You're my co-host.
Are we on TV right now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Here's a look at what the pregame run total was for our game when it started, courtesy of FanDuel. The numbers can change with every pitch, so now let's see what the live total is at this very moment. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel app now and start making every moment more. Between innings, this was interesting. Luis Rojas talking things over with Oswaldo Cabrera. You could see him using his hand and turning the glove, sort of saying, hey, you can try and catch it like this rather than the way Cabrera went about it on that. It turned into an RBI double with 2 out for Jorge Polanco.
Yeah, it's nice that Luis Rojas goes up to him and just gives him subtle hints and tips on how to go after a ball. And I thought it was maybe he got caught in, do I dive, do I slide, or can I make a running catch? You know, they'll probably go back and look at that video and, you know, come up with, you know, you probably could have made this catch running. And it's tough for a young outfielder to make that decision when you're caught in the middle there.
See the games for Cabrera at the major league level: 23 in left, 31 in right, 9 on the left side of the infield, 8 on the right side. When he was mic'd up with us in spring training, said he wanted to get a chance to play center field, and you know, that's what Rojas was talking about.
So that means you, instead of catching it that way, and I think he blocked himself out, he blocked, you know, covered his eyes, you just turn the glove up so it's facing up.
Rizzo grounds to second. 1 down as Gray continues to mow down the Yankee lineup. Gleyber Torres had the Yankees' first hit of the game, an infield single in the second. Wandy Peralta getting going in the Yankee pen.
Well, the last couple innings, Gray's been using his fastball a little bit more. It's not gone in. Everything's been on that outside part of the plate. It's getting a very generous strike zone as well from Rob Drake. When you're spotting your off speed and you're expanding the zone and you're getting those calls 2, 3 inches, 4 inches off the outside part of the plate, it's a real tough night for the Yankee hitters.
Gray has such a vast repertoire. This season, he's thrown the curveball 26% of the time, the four-seamer 17%, the slider 16%, the sinker 15%, the cutter 14.5%, the changeup 10.5%. Really even distribution across his 6 pitches.
And that cutter, he's started to throw it a couple years ago, but this year it's been an increase in usage. Comes in looking like a fastball, just moves about 2 or 3 inches away from a righty. It's been a very effective pitch for him tonight here.
Three and 2 on Torres. Yankees desperate to get something going offensively. And Torres goes down looking. 93 painted on the outside corner for Gray. That is his 7th strikeout.
It's a nasty fastball. It starts on the outside part, even a ball. And it's a 2-seamer, and it just comes out over the outside part. You see how it starts out as a ball, and you see that little sink, the little spin on that baseball. The hitter gives up on it.
There's a strike to LeMahieu, 0-1. many hard-hit balls from the Yankees today. Judge's double, LeMahieu's single, and then Trevino's one-hop line out last time up, and that's really it.
Even LeMahieu's base hit, it was not really barreled up.
And a lot of soft ground outs, a lot of strikeouts. Not a lot hitting the air at all in this game. In fact, the only flyout in this game from a Yankee hitter came when Judge popped out to Polanco in shallow right his first time up. Every other out for Gray has been via ground out or strikeout. 3-2 on LeMahieu. Gray trying to get through 7 shutout innings against his former team. Resuscitated his career in Cincinnati and has gotten off to a great start here in Minnesota in 2023 after he pitched really well last year with the Twins, but dealt with a couple of IL stints. .100 pitches for Sonny Gray. Griffin Jacks is ready in the Twins pen. Gray trying to finish off this 7th. 3-2 is high, ball 4, so LeMahieu is on base for a second time. And will Rocco Baldelli let Gray face Cordero? He will. Cordero 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
You wonder, this meeting at the mound, is this giving Jax a little bit more time to warm up? Or it's just to settle Gray down? Really don't need to settle him down. Sometimes a meeting like this after a walk, you'd much rather keep going.
So Gray will face Cordero, who has really struggled lately after he got off to that great start. Homered 4 times his first 7 games. He's 1 for his last 20 now and 0-1. And 2. And there have been a lot of swings and misses from Franchi Cordero against the off-speed stuff of Sonny Gray tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't come in against righties, but he will throw that breaking pitch and come in against lefties, and that's all he's done tonight against Cordero, is that breaking pitch up to the back leg of that lefty.
Cordero just stays alive. Another 0-2 coming from Sonny Gray.
And he'll continue to stay in there.
The 0-2 went in again. The 1-2. He got him. What a performance from Sonny Gray. 7 shutout innings and finishes with his 8th strikeout against his former squad.
At Prime Video, strike a chord.
It's an act. You know that.
And face the music.
We weren't alone out there.
Finding what you love is easier than ever.
This power is evolution.
Prime Video is where your favorite hit shows and top movies come together. Even add on other streamers like Showtime. In the one app that unites them all.
Your friendships are complicated.
Do you really want to know?
Ronald Acuna Jr., binging all his favorite rom-com movies. How did we get here?
You're all set. Refrigerator's fixed.
That's it?
That's it. All done.
Cool.
Ronald Acuna Jr. downloaded the new Front Door app to get real-time help from a video expert for his home repair and maintenance needs.
Woo! Let's go.
So all that's left to do is be done. Introducing Front Door, an all-new home repair and maintenance app. Download today.
It is time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Jack with you. And on the pregame tonight, Jack, we talked about the Yankees' hitting struggles. They continue tonight in Minnesota.
The search for offense continued against Sonny Gray, and the Yankees didn't find any across the 7 innings that he pitched. And, Bob, if you want to win games, you have to do some damage against the starter. The Yankees have not done that. In last 4 games they've played, 27 innings pitched by opposing starters. The Yankees have managed 1 run.
We'll break it all down on the postgame later, guys.
All right, guys, it has been a struggle offensively for the Yankees again tonight. You see the 0-3 for the Yanks, 5-8-0 for the Twins. Johnny Brito got off to a better start in the first inning, a 1-2-3 swift inning, but then struggled to put away hitters in the second and third. Sonny Gray was tremendous. 7 innings of shutout baseball, and Joey Gallo, a solo home run in the fourth. So a couple of guys who struggled in New York to the point that both parties decided, yeah, it's best to move on, have performed well against the Yankees in new homes tonight.
They have. See Wandy Peralta in the game for the Yankees.
And not that the Yankees would want to use Wandy Peralta down 5-0 in the 7th, but they need guys who can give an inning or two with the way the bullpen has been used during this concentrated stretch.
And Peralta's a guy that can throw multiple days in a row. He's very resilient. Just, we talked about this earlier in the game about how important good starting pitching is and how they set the tone for the game. I mean, perfect example tonight. I mean, Sonny Gray was basically unhittable. Johnny Brito on the other side had a hard time finding that pitch to finish off the Twins.
Lifted in the air, deep to left field. Cabrera backs up midway through the track to make the catch. Well, let's take a look at the bullpen budget, Jeff, and see what the Yankees are working with. So you had Hamilton throw 46, King throw yesterday. Before that, Holmes, Peralta, Marinaccio, and Cordero. Abreu threw again tonight after he threw 44 a couple days ago. We know Weissert gave a career-high 36 pitches this evening for the Yankees.
And earlier in the season, you burned through your bullpen. You use them a lot more.
Yeah.
Because your starters don't leave spring training like they used to maybe 15, 20 years ago, when every starter was leaving with well over 100 pitches, 110 pitches, 115 pitches. Relievers were throwing a lot more.
Well, in the Yankees' case, a couple of their starters just didn't leave spring training at all.
Right. And it's tough when you don't have some of your horses in that rotation that can give you length. You're going to be burning through your bullpen.
That's punched into shallow right. Catch is made by Cordero. Stream Yankees baseball on the Yes app, presented by T-Mobile. One of the things Aaron Boone has talked about, Jeff, is just navigating through this period of time of the season where the Yankees have had the injuries pile up, both offensively and to the pitching staff. Gallo swinging first pitch, rolls it to first. Smooth inning from Peralta takes us to the 8th. 5-0 Twins. 7-8-9 coming up for the Yanks.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. This truck month, get the Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 48 months plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now? and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
I'm stoked for this game.
Yeah, look at the size of that line, though.
Okay.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. You need a bit more deep sleep. Getting enough high-quality sleep increases immunity. Why? Because sleep helps fend off sickness. A good night's sleep boosts your number of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. And with your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep deep and keep your immunity up. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger. Go to sleep with auraring.com.
Because this isn't about just one person. It never was. And no matter where you've been or where you're going, we're all lucky to bleed blue.
This is what it's all about right here.
Now let's go earn our stripes.
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. How about Carlos Correa covering ground up the middle on this sharp grounder from Anthony Volpe? The smooth spin. This is a player who won a Gold Glove a couple of seasons ago at short. And making a really nice play to retire Volpe. Hyundai scoreboard 5-8-0 for the Twins, 0-3-1 for the Yankees.
Well, he didn't do anything at the plate, but he goes and does some great things defensively.
You know, you see the new pitcher for Minnesota, Griffin Jacks. If you think about it, and you look at some of the hitters in this lineup, Jeff, the Twins should be able to hit as the season goes along. Correa's gotten off to a slow start. A couple of swings at Yankee Stadium notwithstanding. Polanco just got back. Kepler just got back. Larnach has offensive talent and potential. You see what he actually produces if he could stay healthy. Buxton, if he stays healthy, we know can hit. And they have a pitching staff that has really dealt thus far this year.
Well, their starters have been outstanding. The addition of Pablo Lopez, the year Sonny Gray has had.
Looped into shallow left towards foul ground, and ooh, Miranda couldn't make the catch and took it off the stomach.
Well, fortunately, you look, he should have caught this ball, and instead of basket catching that one, he got it off the chest, and he could have turned around and probably caught that over his head.
So he needed to go the opposite way of what Luis Rojas was telling Cabrera.
He thought this was a touchdown pass.
Hey, speaking of, how about Aaron Rodgers to the Jets?
Yes, to the Jets.
Big enough news that Aaron Boone was asked about it before the game. Cabrera hits that hard, but right to Polanco. One down.
Listening to a lot of NFL draft talk today, and Jimmy Cordero up in the bullpen for the Yankees. I'm sure Peralta just one inning and he's done. But they were saying that by the weekend the Jets could be a Super Bowl contender maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure the Michael Kay show is going to have that covered tomorrow on Yes. One on Trevino. There's that imaginary outside corner that's existed tonight for Rob Drake. 0-2.
There you see Trevino shaking his head. There's no way. You know, you mentioned about the Yankees, about, you know, struggling offensively.
Trevino punches that into right center. That'll get down for a base hit. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
You know, it's April 24th. They lost their first series of the year.
Right. They were the last team to lose a series.
The Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Their starters are out. They're out without Severino, Rendon, and Montas. Their starting rotation is 6th in baseball. They have a very good bullpen. You have some young guys that haven't started hitting yet. It's pretty good for a team that's all of a sudden they're struggling the way they are.
Right.
And with a rotation that 3/5 or probably shouldn't be in it.
Now we know Montas is someone who you can't obviously be expecting back, but you hope Severino and Rodon are sometime in the not too distant future, both making progress now on their rehab, as Justin was talking about earlier. I mean, Rob Drake, talk about nailing the scouting report. More outside strikes? Yeah, I'd say. Popped up. Gallo makes the catch in foul ground. 2 away.
Spectrum One is fast, secure, and reliable. Internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi and a free mobile line. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
Well, you talked about Rob Drake's strike zone. The Twins and Sonny Gray have done a better job of exploiting that outside part of the plate than the Yankees pitchers.
Here's Volpe. Waves and misses, chasing a sweeper. 0-1.
Well, Jax throws 74% sliders. His fastball 96, 97. Does have a change. He doesn't use it very often.
Volpe smashes a single into right. So Anthony Volpe on base for a second time tonight. And the Yankees, for the first time this evening, have 2 base runners on in the same inning.
Well, it's a slider, and that's what a lot of the Yankee hitters are going to see from Jax. He throws it a lot. Nice job by Volpe going the other way. Didn't try to pull that pitch. Shoots it in the right field.
So here is the Yankees' opportunity. Down 5-0. But first and second, 2 out, and Judge up. He has a double in this game, 1 for 3. And takes low, 1-0. Singles from Trevino and Volpe have set up this opportunity. 1-1.
That was a pitch. Watch Judge. He dives just a little bit and it hangs out over the middle of the plate. He was looking away and got a hanger.
Two and 1. No one throwing in the Twins bullpen. 2-1. It is 3-1 on Aaron Judge. Anthony Rizzo, who has been the Yankees' best hitter thus far this season, on deck. Judge was ready to walk because he knew how low that pitch was, but it's called a strike and the count is full.
Well, you're 6-7 and this is out of the zone. That is not a strike.
The 3-2. Judge grounds it foul. It's got to be so hard as a hitter when you know the zone. You see a pitch that you're 100% certain is a ball. You know you should be bases loaded. And instead, You got to stay in there and battle.
Well, you've said it before. It changes the at-bat because you really don't know what Rob Drake is going to call a strike. So you got to protect a lot more than what you should as a hitter.
Yeah.
Now, as a pitcher, I love it, but I understand what they go through because look what they have to protect now.
Judge fouls it away. Staying alive. 3-2.
And no, I do not want to see the automated strike zone.
Those kinks are still being worked out.
Right. It's in the minor leagues.
Might have a challenge system someday. That's
right.
Also being tested. Runners going. 3-2, 2 outs. Judge chops it to third on the backhand. Across the diamond. Miranda throws low. Judge is safe, and the bases are loaded.
Well, you have a cold night. It was a high chopper. You see it played. Miranda might have not got a good grip. It looked like it slipped out of his hand. Watch him as he tries to throw this baseball. He might have slipped out of his hand. Pulls Gallo off the bag. Another slider, and it just hung over. You see Judge got on top of that baseball, beat it in the ground.
And Judge hustling down the line. It wasn't hit that hard, and Miranda took his time, took a little pat and a crow hop, and then threw it low. So Judge is safe. The bases are loaded, and here is the opportunity for the Yankees with Anthony Rizzo up. And just now, the Twins finally get some action going in their bullpen.
Well, you give it a couple more weeks, and that pitch that Judge saw right there, that he hit a ground ball, is up in the upper deck in the left field, down the left field line. He's crushing that ball.
Tying run is on deck. Rizzo up, bases loaded. And strike one on a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer from Jax. Jorge Lopez getting ready in the Twins' pen. Oh, and 2. You know, even that is the game within the game when you play baseball, right? The fact that Lopez has to get up in a 5-0 game. Maybe is going to be used, maybe is not, but it's the first game of a series. Of course, the Yankees have more immediate concerns right now with the bases loaded and 2 out. Rizzo down on strikes. Got him on a down and in sweeper, and Jax escapes the jam. So the Yankees threaten for the first time tonight, but come away empty. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Twins leading 5-0.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Worked with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
I'm stoked for this game.
Yeah. Look at the size of that line, though.
Okay.
Nice.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. You need a bit more deep sleep. Getting enough high-quality sleep increases immunity. Why? Because sleep helps fend off sickness. A good night's sleep boosts your number of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. And with your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep deep and keep your immunity up. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger. Go to sleep with auraring.com.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Well, you are not going to want to miss the Yankees' annual Star Wars night on Friday, May 12th. There'll be appearances by your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a special Anthony Rizzo Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com. 5-0 Twins leading the Yankees.
Big Star Wars fan?
Huge. Massive.
Is he?
Oh, I think
you
me.
are.
I am. I don't know if Anthony is. We'll talk to him about it.
You guys could bond.
If he is, yeah. Jimmy Cordero on for the Yankees. It was a terrific finish to the season for the Mandalorian. Now, we don't know if Rizzo's a fan of Star Wars, but we know he's not a fan of striking out with the bases loaded. Very upset afterwards as the Yankees threatened for the first time tonight. Nice backhand stab there by Rizzo, 1 down.
I love the passion when they snap. I like guys when they snap.
Well, you love playing with Paul, right?
Oh yes. He never met a water cooler that he didn't like. But it's such a tough game, and when you fail, it's easy to. You might as well take it out on equipment, right?
Yeah.
It's always the equipment's fault anyway.
Well, it's better than punching a wall.
Yes. Or breaking something that you know you're going to have to pay for.
Cordero, another one of those arms in the pen, getting an opportunity in part because of all the Yankee bullpen arms that are hurt, and he has shown the Yankees something. Aaron Boone talked about that, how some of those relievers, whether it's Hamilton, Cordero, they've given the Yankees something to be excited about, not just for what they can do now while Loaizaga's down and Trevino's down and Canely is, but also moving forward with this pen.
He's got a really good fastball, and he mixes it up a little bit. He uses the different looks when he goes to home. I mean, you'll see he doesn't come to a complete save, doesn't have to because then no one's on base, but he'll sometimes lift that leg, sometimes right there he lifts the leg.
That's smacked into center field. Hicks over, makes the catch, 2 down.
And then other times he won't lift that leg and just go straight to the plate. A little different look for the hitter.
The man also has some serious guns.
Yeah, you might have to cut that uniform.
Yeah.
He can barely get his arms through there.
It's hugging the bicep. Yeah, show it off. Guy is jacked. Smashed into right field, a base hit for Max Kepler, his 3rd single of the night. Tomorrow night on Yes, don't miss the 2nd game of this series against the Twins here in Minnesota. Coverage begins at 6:30 with outing batting practice today, and the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 7:30 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Here's Carlos Correa, 0 for 4 tonight. Every other Twin has either been on base or driven in a run, except Correa. The 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a foul out.
It's probably in the 30s, and he's not even using sleeves out there. Who needs sleeves?
That is dribbled. One and 2. It's not quite LaRon Landry, but Cordero.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. trying to keep things right here. Give the Yankees one more crack. Correa drives that in the air to right and deep. That ball is not caught. Goes one up off the wall after Cordero couldn't make the play. Kepler will score. Correa to third. He is there with an RBI triple.
Well, it looked like Cordero just kept drifting back instead of running to a spot. And Correa hits the ball from a righty. The ball's going to tail towards that right field line. And I think that's what that ball did. It just kept tailing away from Cordero. But he drifted back and really didn't get to the ball. It probably should have been caught.
Well, you think about it, Jeff, for a team that's been really good defensively to start the season, the Yankees have had two of those, one in left with Cabrera, one in right with Cordero, that both directly led to runs instead of ending an inning.
Yeah, I think he just assumed that the ball wasn't going to tail as much as it did off the bat from Correa.
So now every Twin has reached base tonight. Yankees 116-42 against the Twins since 2002. By far the best record for any team against any opponent since 2002. These teams split the first 4 games they played at the stadium a week ago, and now Minnesota trying to take the first game of this 3-game set. Two and two.
Good fastball, 98 at the bottom of the zone.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Cordero gets out of it without allowing any further damage. But a 2-out RBI triple from Correa, and it's 6-0 Minnesota.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now, and you're done.
Done.
We fixed this toilet. We fixed this toilet on video.
Okay.
Open the front door. Work with Peter and now it's closed.
There you go. All fixed.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
This is not something you just watch. This is how you power your career, grow an epic garden, or make a quick dinner unforgettable.
Oh, this is about to be fire.
This is not sitting back or zoning out.
This is your voice.
This is your canvas. This is another way of playing.
This is where you stop scrolling and start doing with thousands of lessons from the best to ever do it. This is not streaming.
This is Masterclass.
Everything you love from ShopRite is now in your phone on Instacart. Get free delivery on your first order.
The Yes app is more. More ways to watch and experience live Yankees, Nets, and Liberty games. More ways to interact with family and friends with Yes Watch Party, and more ways to win big cash prizes with Yes Pick and Play games. For the best seat in the house, download the Yes app now. We have moved to the 9th. Ryan Rucco, Jeff Nelson, Justin Shackle with you. Our entire Yes Network crew. Appreciate you being with us. Giovanni Moran on for the Twins.
ran a fastball slider change. Fastball about 92 to 93. A lot of change-ups, 46% of the time.
Hey fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame. Get highlights, analysis, and player reaction from the clubhouse, plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report. Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry ready to go in the studio, and Justin Shackle working the clubhouse.
Moran's one of those pitchers with reverse splits. He does really well against righties. That's probably because of that changeup that he throws so often. Lefties are hitting 364 off compared to 269 righties.
Torres 1 for 3, a couple of strikeouts, an infield single. Now this would be the first time the Yankees have been shut out this season. Anthony Rizzo's home run saved it yesterday. There's no way around. The bats are scuffling right now for the Yanks. Oh, nice play by Torres off the backstop.
Showing his range.
Yeah. Yankees' one threat came in the 8th with bases loaded and 2 out, and Rizzo struck out. Moran on the mound. It's his birthday today. And Torres starts off the 9th with a leadoff walk. Here's LeMahieu. He's been one of the more productive Yankees hitters in this early season. Obviously, he's battled injury a bit, but 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a walk. On the inside corner for a strike, going 1.
Well, if anything, you would like to see some of the back-end relievers get up in that Twin bullpen. You saw Lopez there in the 8th inning. Maybe get Duran up, their closer. Even if you go down, you might as well take some guys with you, and that way they get a little heated. Might not be as effective later in this series.
LeMahieu hits that hard and threw into left field, a base hit. Second hit of the night for DJ LeMahieu, and the Yankees have the first 2 runners on here in the 9th.
Here's a fastball upstairs. Nice job by LeMahieu with his second hit of the night. Been on base 3 times tonight.
Yankees will send up IKF to pinch hit for Franchi Cordero, who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
I imagine the Twins are going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Everybody gathering around the infield, gathering around the mound. Could be Lopez again, or maybe their closer, Duran. Throws about 100 to 103.
Johan Duran is nasty, and it is going to be him who starts getting it going. That shiny belt. Connor Falefa pinch hitting, takes low, 1-0. Cabrera on deck. 2 on, nobody out. Yankees trailing 6-0, trying to make a little noise here in the 9th. 2-0.
If you're the Yankees, you need base runners. I imagine IKF might take a pitch here.
Was taking, caught the outside corner, 2-1. Three and 1 as that pitch is called a ball. Rob Drake had called the elevated strike tonight. Not that time.
As cold as it is, it takes a reliever a little longer to get loose. I'd like to keep this rally going.
And it will keep going. Base is loaded, nobody out as Kiner Falefa works the walk.
They probably have heaters down in that bullpen, but still, once you get out of that heat and into the elements, during the summertime, probably 14, 15 pitches, a reliever's ready to go. Now, 20, 25, 30. Got to feel your hands first. You see Duran blowing on those hands.
And you're right, Jeff. If nothing else, if you're the Yankees here and you can get Duran into this game, it affects his availability in the rest of this series because he pitched yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of teams don't like to use their relievers in back-to-back days. If they do, they're pretty much shut down on that third day.
Here's Cabrera, bases loaded, nobody out, ball one.
Yeah, again, Cabrera, you're taking a strike here. You need base runners, you need runs, you're taking a strike. You're not going to swing at anything out of the zone.
And Jeff, there you go. You're right. Just a little confusing approach there from Cabrera, chasing a pitch out of the zone, 1-1.
Yeah, real surprised that he even swung at that pitch. You got to let the pitcher stay in that jam.
And I understand he's a guy who only has 2 walks and 70 at bats.
Yeah, but still, you have to be a little smarter at the plate.
Yes, absolutely. 2-1 on Cabrera.
Moran's struggling out there. You cannot help him out.
And it's 3-1 on Oswaldo Cabrera.
And here again, these 4 pitches, he hasn't thrown a strike. You helped him out on that 1-0 pitch. You should be comfortable taking a strike here and swinging 3-2. I wouldn't help him out again.
Called a strike just at the bottom of the zone, and it is now full.
Well, that's a strike. It's right at the bottom of the zone. A nice job by trying to walk it off and see if you can get that call.
Here's the payoff to Cabrera. Rolled slowly to third, and just going to step on the bag is Miranda. Thought about throwing home, thought about throwing to first, and then decided to take the out at third. So there will be no shutout tonight as Torres scores on the fielder's choice, but could have been much worse for Moran. First and second now, 1 out in a 6-1 game.
Yeah, I think that was Cabrera. I mean, Carlos Correa yelling at Moran, just step on the bag. Do not try to throw it home. Just want to try to get out there. And Cabrera helped him out, swinging at that 1-0 ball. Could have been run in, still bases loaded, nobody out.
0-1 on Trevino, who's had a couple of good at-bats tonight, including a single his last time up. Hit the ball hard a couple times. And Trevino hits that in the air to left field. Larnach over towards the line, makes the catch for the second out. And the Yankees down to their final out. Hicks 0 for 3. First and second, 2 outs, 6-1 game, top of the 9th. Strike 1.
You'd love to see this inning go a couple more hitters. If Hicks can get on, you have Volpe and then Judge.
Yeah, if you got to Judge, he would be the tying run. Right now, he's in the hole.
Start spreading the news. vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it, New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York if I can. Make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it, New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York if I can. Make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York.